The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
What's up, everybody? Yo, you guys have been asking for it. We are back. Better than ever. Unfiltered, uncensored, the good and the bad, each and every week, right here on the Tape Never Lies Network with me, your boy, Draft Dr. Phil. That's right. Your boy's back. Week 2, the Chicago Bears versus the New York Giants, where we started off with the first play of the game. And here they are, Bears, giving it off to none other than David Montgomery. But look at our boy, Charles Leno, starting it off. Can't make the cutoff block on the very first play of the game. Very first play of the game. What does that say about him? I'll tell you what. Trying to run toss here with Cordero Patterson. Or is it Cordero Patterson? If you watch the blocking assignment, I don't understand the philosophy here. You got the bubble, and James Daniels is going outside. A free run, and Cordero's speed outruns it. But if you look at it, Daniels goes up to the linebacker, and then Charles Leno scoops, they just allow that linebacker free. It doesn't make sense. Much drama with the QB. It's almost like in the LBC, but this is with Mitch Trubisky. And you look at him here, looking down the field, and there's going to be people critical of this throw, but this is big boy football. I mean, you can't crucify the guy on one play because of accuracy, and then on this play, he dimes it in between 3 defenders versus a zone concept. Great blocking by the point guard. As the quarterback, as the professional, you got to make those throws, and players have to make those big catches. Speaking of making plays, you have to make a decision. When you don't have it, you have to go to the outlet. The outlet is Tariq. Turn your head and throw the football. Action. Not there. Don't tuck it. Know the outlet's there and get to that spot. Instead, he tries to step up inside. Defender spins and gets him. Gotta be better than that. Here we are running this quick bubble inside screen, and a great job here by Tariq Cohen and Javon Wims. And you can't make the walrus technique comes into play again with Charles Leno. Watch him swim over the top, then he dives. But look, he does catch him. It's like a shoestring tackle. Ground. Shoestring. Great effort there by Tariq Cohen. Listen, I'm not picking on anybody. As a coach, I can't even believe I find out that Nagy doesn't do full team reviews and call people out like this. Charles Leno. Here we go. Design QB sweep. First of all, Allen Robinson, you want to get paid? You have the position. You got to beat that guy. Just stand and hold your ground. He gets tossed to the ground. The next guy up, Charles Leno passes by. He wants the easy block, right? The defensive back. Watch what he does. He just pushes. That's your effort? I mean, give me a goddamn break. Montgomery trips him up, but I mean, you got to have some pride. You got to have pride in your game. You got to have pride. And I'll tell you what, this giant defensive line and defensive front is a really good front. Very underrated. Very underrated. Overlooked. My boy Cars wrote about it prior to the game, watching these guys play. But one thing they do, and we're getting away with, was holding the center, Cody White here. And this was happening a lot. You see, I wanted you to see this play because Montgomery's one step away from breaking that one. Oh, it was so disappointing. Here's speed bump Charlie again on a toss play. Look at the receiver this time. He's going to crack, push, pass. Now watch your left tackle getting paid money. Let's see what he does here. Got to do better, James. Think he wants Daniels to be this I mean, you're lucky David Montgomery's a goddamn animal. And it's got this kind of elusiveness, that stutter and balance. Otherwise, he's dead to rights because a guy can't block. Speaking of block, watch Jimmy Graham's block on this play all the way to the end zone, knocking Giants down in the end zone. A great heads-up play by Mitch. You want to attack downfield, square those shoulders, threaten that defender, then drop it down. And look at the awareness and the elusiveness of David Montgomery. A lot of people hate, there's Jimmy, just knock him down. A lot of people hated on me. It was my number one running back coming out of the draft for a reason. This is what he could do all game long. This guy's becoming the best weapon in your offense. That's right. A lot of talk about Allen Robinson, but I see a lot of walking by Allen Robinson in this game. Needs to be better. David Montgomery, though, is stepping up to the challenge. Speaking of stepping up to the challenge, how about Robert Quinn? Again, I did a whole tape, Never Lies, on Robert Quinn, and this is what I kept seeing. Watch him engage. He pats hands down. He rips under and then has that elastic bend, like he's Elastic Man, and strips the football and forces a turnover, and then his partner in crime, Batman over there, recovers it, Khalil Mack. And it's amazing, these two, a dynamic duo out there. Here we go. They have this block right. I think Tariq, if he's had his head right, he would have cut left. But I want you to see how these guys are coming off the ball, moving the line of scrimmage. And then this is what I was talking about. You could see the nose guard tackling Cody White here. So it's messing up the whole assignment. And that's why the plays are getting stuffed here, because you can't be in unison and you can't get to where you want to go. And then there's no bubble created and the play gets stuffed. So you got to see it better than this, and see it better than this here with Anthony Miller. They have the perfect route concept, the rub, then the fade off of it. It's a out and up, and this is a dime ball. This is dropping a dime, as we say in the business. And you can't put that any better. Anthony Miller has to catch it. We talked about it on the post-game show, Bears Hour Live. If you haven't seen that, you need to. And then here's Mitch coming out of the end zone. I just wanted to show you, weird angle and accuracy. Always hate this play call coming out of the end zone. If he puts it on him, though, it's probably going to be batted down, but it's just the up and downs with his ball placement in the game just drive me crazy in this game. Here is the inside zone, and you're recognizing I want you to see here from the coach's angle. David Montgomery has a feel. See the center's block? He comes backside of it. Like I said, this Giants D-line gave the Bears fits, but the Bears, to their credit, were punching back and playing with toughness. Whereas years past, we didn't see that. Here's Mitch in the gun, looking down the football field. This is a great route by Jimmy Graham. He stays in and steps into the throw. He stays in the pocket, steps into the throw, recognizes Jimmy pressing, and then to the flag, to the sideline, and drops it right in there. I want to see more of that. I was hoping to see more of that in this game. Here's backwards Mitch. Ball's here. Throw to your check down. Go to your check down. Instead, he tries to step in there, gets sacked. Here's Mitch in the well. The pocket's collapsing, and he's throwing to a spot. And Anthony Miller's route is strange. The ball is not good. I'm not saying anything other than that. The route, just the crispness of it isn't there. And here's Mitch throwing to a spot, overthrowing that spot with pressure in his face. You gotta be better. Speaking of better, it's Bears Hour Live. After every
It's the best
Bears game.
Chicago Bears post-game show on the planet. Bar none. It's Bears Hour Live immediately after each and every Bears game. With host Shayne, the smartest man, and draft Dr. Phil Otoshan. Every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, immediately after Bears games. Your guys, Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne Marsaw are live on Bears Hour Live. Subscribe to the show via the Tape Never Lies Network, which can be found on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. It's the best
started off
Chicago Bears postgame
VHL,
show on the planet.
then
Bears
the
Hour
game.
Live.
Oh,
Yes,
shit!
it's Bears Hour Live. After every game, join me and my partner, Shayne, the smartest man. What isn't smart is trying to force a ball off action over the middle. This is where Mitch has got to dump it down to Montgomery. Take what the defense gives you. You got a defense that's Super Bowl ready in talent. They're just getting their feet wet. You can't be forcing balls late over the middle. This, I want you to see. They're trying to fold block this, which means they're trying to bring James Daniels around Cody Whitehair, but they're being taught to hold.
Look
and
at
they grab
Freddie
him
and
they can't
Massey.
get to that backer.
Good
But look at
job
Cordarrelle
there.
Patterson make him miss and do his job. That's what I love to see. This is like preseason football where you're starting to learn on the go. Here's David Montgomery driving over the top here. If he's more patient, that's how you get someone to the ground. He follow those butt cheeks of their center. You're going to go into this gap. This crease is being developed. He's got to be more patient. Instead, he dives over the
little
top.
things.
He almost gets a concussion. It's the little things indeed. You look at your center getting manhandled here. Gets jacked up. Now swims through. The pocket is being formed. You're trying to let the play develop. Zone coverage behind it. And he takes the sack. Speaking of taking a sack, how about taking a racer and just delete this play from your playbook here? 3rd and long. This is what they come up with. Everybody's favorite, the bubble screen.
Now,
give up. You know me. I get fired up with officiating. I just wanted to look at this. And sure enough, I think if we watch Roy Robertson Harris destroy the play, he needs a half a yard to the. There's no CBS line to give you
There's
kind
no
of perspective here for
TV
some reason.
and the coach's tape.
So we're gonna watch the right side of the
see
line,
the
and you're
official
gonna see
go to the 40.
Lewis get
It's
tackled
ridiculous.
here. He stood up, but look where the ref marks him, all the way at the 40. There is 0.0 chance that football got to the 40. So let's watch this from the coach's angle. Look at him fire off the football.
Now,
Jenkins,
I said this
my boy,
during the
Roy
game.
Rob, my other boy.
Nagy's got to
Going
challenge
up,
it.
Firing off.
Challenge the spot.
This
Saw
is
it on the TV.
Down and distance. Who wants it more? I had to put it up because I thought the officials got it wrong
Shy
again.
City Sports.
What doesn't get it wrong tonight? Shy
Yes.
City Sports presenting.
Keeping
Keeping it
100, baby.
With your guy, Draft Dr.
Better
Phil,
be there.
Shayne Marsaw.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be joined by none other than
Cars.
Bear Report's Aaron Lemming tonight,
Cut it
breaking
out.
down the Falcons as well as the Giants games as we get back into this. So hopefully you join us tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. Just like right here, I'm having fun watching Mitch get to the top of his action fake. Got Patterson, then he throws inside. He's throwing away from the safety. That's what I see on this play. He's throwing to the spot, trying to get a big completion here. Step through it and delivers it to the receiver. Now, some people are going to say, well, it's throwing it behind him. But you see that safety coming up? That's why I feel like that's exactly where you need to throw the football in order to move the chains there in a game that's been, pretty well contested. Action again.
Grip it and
Throwing
rip
to
it.
Mooney. Mo Mooney.
Good job, Mitch.
Mo Mooney. How about that? Look at him press, turn, and get. He's so quick. This kid's growing up before your eyes, and I'm talking about Mooney. Pressing up, turn, delivers the football. That's what you want to see. How many receivers are getting open for the Chicago
Right
Bears
there.
like
Hit
that?
that crease. You got to
This
hit
guy's
that
got to
hole.
get more involved.
Plant.
Here
Get
we
up
go.
in the hole.
Speed bump
Right there.
Charlie. Oh, a little bit better this week. Still with the walrus technique. Look at Officiating driving that guy out of there. You got to love it, but Tariq's got to hit that hole, that crease. You saw it in there. He's got to get there and drive right through it. Plant and go. Here's Mitch off action game. Let's watch this 7-step.
Robinson
But I
runs
wanted
great
to see.
route.
He's so
Mitch
focused
has
on
gotta hit
Robinson.
him.
But on this play, he misses Robinson. That's wide open, as you can see. And throws backside to Cole Kmet, the rookie tight end. But he was looking at Robinson. I don't understand why, especially when he's getting wide open on that he doesn't go there. But still, a completion is a completion to move the ball. It's just something you got to look at and notice as you move forward with Mitch. You want to see him see that and deliver. Here we go again. Watch, they're holding the center. So he's trying to get to the second level with a kiss block. He can't get to that linebacker because that nose man's holding him. This has affected the run game today. And you see Tariq Cohen, speed bump Charlie. Everybody's working
The
in
thing with
unison
Tariq,
here. He's got to get to this crease and just get skinny right in there. See it between Massey and
Harris.
Graham. You got to get in that hole and get up in there. That's where he lacks what you want in regards to being in this game. Here we go, off action. Here's Mitch learning from his mistakes, forcing son. Just take the dive down to the fullback. Now he comes back and he delivers a dime. I mean, you guys want to hate on people and decisions, but this is versus zone. And you sometimes you got to throw in windows that maybe you don't really know or want to. But you got to just play the game of football. Look at this ball. I mean, this is a showcase of what this guy could be. Again, this game is ups and downs with Mitch. Right here is a gigantic up for me. That's an NFL arm. Here's a huge down. Running quarterback sweep. I just don't like the call by Nagy, but X's and O's wise, Mitch has got to hit it up in there off of Fetty's ass, step into that, and you could have a big play. He runs it outside the back gate, and really, just a wasted play in the red zone, in my opinion. Unless you're going to continue to attack. Well, Mitch attacks, throws the ball down again. Mo Mooney. You got him. Mitch trying to throw front side's going to scramble. This is what he really does well. I mean, keeps his head downfield here. Has the presence of mind to turn, look, and find Darnell Mooney in the back of the end zone. Now, people after the show on Bears Hour Live last week were critical of the ball fluttering, but it gets you right in the hands. Let's not worry about the style points. This isn't, the new or latest jeans that you want to buy at the store. This is football.
He's got a
Speaking of football, here we go. Eating in the pocket.
Waiting
and
and
throwing,
not looking.
off the weird
Mooney
angle
is the
here.
guy.
And forcing it in there, forces an interception. You can't go late over the
terrible
middle.
technique.
Mesh.
Terrible decision.
Now you're running.
Gotta
You
snap
don't
his
feel
head.
it. Get to the
Now
next
turn
read
to Mooney.
or get out of the pocket. Don't throw the ball late and into a crowd. You saw Anthony Miller slipped. The whole play was broken down and Mitch forced it in there, creating a turnover. You can argue with Robinson. I just don't think you make that decision. Speaking of the other decisions, here's a leverage play off action boot. He's taking too long. You get leverage with Mooney and that kind of speed. Right there, you got to get it to him. You can't be waiting, and then he's condensed the size of the field that he has to use with this kind of ability. You got to get it out to him way earlier. It's a game of inches and seconds. He's got to do it earlier than that, or else you had a bigger play. Here he comes back. This is where he smartly hesitates, forcing that defender to pause and turn, and now it gives our guy David Montgomery, and look at his balance. He gives him more space. So on back-to-back plays, you see different things that need to occur in order for plays to be made, and Montgomery is just an absolute phenomenal football player. Here he is hitting it up inside. Just runs with tenacity, but again, we're watching the nose man. See him pull? Now Whitehair can't get to the linebacker. He can't get to the linebacker. Here's JP Holtz doing nothing, and David Montgomery in the play gets shut down because that center can't kiss and get on that backer. Game of inches, you got to be able to do that. But look at that. You see the nose man, watch him grab his shirt. Now he's pulling him. This is something you got to go tell the ref as a coach and as a player. This can't happen. Speaking as a coach, you got to sometimes let your players play empty on third down. Mitch plays and stretches the field and finds the open man. His legs and his ability to play a little off the map, I would say, to my player. Play a little bit off the map. Be a playmaker. Read what's going on. Gets outside. Finds Javon. Yes, Javon Wims. For this guy who was upset with me. Javon making a catch last week. I called him Trevon at one point by an accident. I can't make mistakes. Here he is making mistakes here. We can't look at JP Holtz the same. And I'm going to show you in a little bit why. Here's Holtz. You got to get on that guy. He doesn't know who to block, so he basically blocks no one. Look, this can't happen. You're in the I formation. First man shows, put your face in there. Speaking of put your face in there, Anthony Miller needs to put his face in the tape, and you can't be cover boy when everything's going well and show up. When you don't do well, and here's a big third down play. Possessions, inches, moving the chains. These things matter. That ball has to be caught. That ball is where it needs to be. That's called dropping a dime on a receiver. He's got to make that catch, and it's completely unfortunate here. Here, Mitch, again, I wanted you to see if Cody Whitehair, who did not have his best game, makes this block on the read, Mitch is going to have a big play. These are the things, as a coach, you're going to have to be showing up on the film and talking about and embarrassing and say, this has got to get better. If we only could get this technique down, we're going to make big plays. We learned from our mistakes right here. Mitch dropping it down off action, learning from his mistake. Action again. This one, he almost has a shot here. I want to see air under the ball. Allow the big man to run down the seam and drop it on you. It's always off. It's always off, Mitch. So what's the problem? The problem is, okay, there's pressure in your face. You just have to be that instinctive football player and put a little bit of touch on this football, and it's going to get to that spot. I still don't know what happened on this football play. I just can't get a good, clean, but here's Mitch throwing a dime, and this is something you expect and have come to expect Allen Robinson to make this play. So let's stop worrying about our goddamn contract. It's gonna happen. Let's make plays. You see guys out of bounds. It's so hard to tell
I don't know how anybody called. That should have been incomplete. Let's be honest.
So this week on Bears Hour Live, the best post-game show on the Chicago Bears on the planet. Yes, you got to tune in with us. I talked about this specific play and rule and call. It was wrong, and I'll tell you why. He's going for the football. Eyes on ball. Everybody has the right to the football. I've taught that my whole life. You're taking away the biggest play. I had a player call and tell me that the refs apologize for this. And I'll tell you, I don't care if there's contact. That's part of the game. You're both going for the football. Think about it. In the end zone, you can both jump and make contact, but you can't in the middle of the field. There's no such thing. You got to be able to do it. Just like this guy just running his butt off. But let's watch Darnell Mooney, number 11. This is 180 pounds. Watch him block compared to the goddamn fullback, J.P. Holtz. What are you doing? Stealing money. Come on, Pace. Get a fullback on the roster that's going to go in there and have some freaking pride. Darnell Mooney's there turning his guy out, squaring up. We can't even get that. Gets me so amped up. Speaking of amped up, David Montgomery gets me amped up. The haters are quiet. Crickets are out. Look at him hit the hole. Reminded me of Thomas Jones, the former Bear. Look at him feel the crease and play off the blocks. When the center can get out there, it's a different ball game. You got the front side. Look at James Daniels. If Massey could just stay with his block, you want it to be perfect, but Montgomery is just
talked about this
an animal. He's filthy.
on Bears Hour Live. I'm going to talk about it tonight on Keep It at 100 with Shayne, the smartest man, and Claudio the barber. We got Aaron Lemon coming on. Counter. This is a need. Look at that crease, that little crease. He's got to step and get up in the hole. He doesn't. He stretches it out. I'm going to talk about the need of possibly getting a backup running back. Speaking of backup, look, he's backed up trying to run screen, and this is what he does with his feet. He's able to move the chains, and here's my man again. Just look at his instincts, his ability to get skinny. This is what I was talking about with Cordarrelle and our guy Tariq Cohen. Good job by Leno. Yes, Leno and Daniels there. Great job, but there was a penalty on the backside. They come right back to the beast. He's your best offensive player now. It's very clear. Look at him get skinny through that hole. Even Leno doing enough. Just get in front of the guy. He does a good job there. James Daniels. And look at David Montgomery hit the hole. And look at the rookie, Mooney. Mo Mooney. The guy's playing with heart and passion. That's what I want to see out of all of our receivers. Look at Mooney getting into the block. And while Allen Robinson's trotting, worrying about his contract. Sorry, Allen. Got to be better than that. We need a first down now. We got to keep moving the chains. We got a fullback who is a catch blocker. I don't know what happened to JP. He was a fabric type player. Leno can't get the cutoff there, and the play gets nolly-whopped like this. I don't even know, Mitch. I don't know the call. He's
like
falling
run the ball
away.
2 times here. Instead, we're getting it batted down.
Ammunition.
You see it here. I don't even know where you're throwing. If you're going to throw, you throw to the first guy running through. He's trying to fit this one in and force it. He's lucky it gets batted. It probably gets intercepted. And this is where the up and downs of Mitch Trubisky affect people. And then Matt Nagy on 4th down. I mean, I don't get it. You're trying to run the game out. Situational football. And Matt is trying to run a flood concept off action to the short side. Again, it's part of football, guys. A little luck, but Mitch, in the critical moments here, you got to be more careful with this football. I don't care what happened there. No, how you slice it.
How you slice it and
gotta
dice
be
it.
careful with that football.
Gotta be. And
You gotta do better than this, James. Daniels with the walrus now.
got to do better. The game's on the line. You're trying to run it out. It's so imperative. The Bears were firing out. This is near the end of the game, and you see it. J.P. Holtz excluded from this. I mean, if Ryan Pace and coaching staff aren't watching that you need a fullback here, then I don't know what to tell you. And then on the backside, my boy Demetrius Harris, who's been tremendous, got to get that kick out. But you're trying to run the football with the game on the line. Now they got to pass, 3rd down and long. But I want you to see this, and the refs can't be ticky-tack with one thing and then not call that illegal contact downfield right in front of their face on Allen Robinson. Mitch is going to be smart here and escape the pocket here, but that's grabbing, and it's got to be called. And Allen gets him off him, but really, ultimately, Mitch gets out of it and does the smart thing here, slides to the ground, and that's going to set up the clock to run. Look at him. He uses instincts. That's what I want to see from you. Smartly get to the ground. This is your boy, Draft Dr. Phil, week 2, episode 2 of The Tape Never Lied. Listen, guys, I hope you love it as much as I do, breaking down the tape, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to give you watch the live stream, more all here, more coverage as we move a lot of this to the patronage level. So hopefully you'll subscribe, be a part of that. Best network, on breaking down the Bears, truthfully, analytically, football, involving everything to do with the tape, and the Tape Never Lies network. So, and of course, after every Bears game, every Sunday, we will be moving to Patreon. Hopefully you join us on Bears Hour Live. You're going to get a lot of stuff. Just do me that one favor. Subscribe, like, and keep your comments coming.